अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां दयाकरं दयाकारं दान्तं धर्मप्रवर्तकं प्रणमामि दयानन्दं मदाचार्यपरम्परम् नमः श्रीशङ्करानन्दगुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलासमहामोहग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे तत्पादाम्बुरुहद्वन्द्वसेवा निर्मलचेतसां सुखबोधाय तत्त्वस्य विवेकोऽयं विधीयते. So, we are looking at the section on what is that? Samadhi. And this Samadhi is in two kinds of Samadhis are discussed. One is the Vedantic meditation called Nididhyasana, and the other one is the Samadhi of Yoga Sutra. And what is the difference between the two? One is that which is the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, mostly being talked about in the Yoga Sutra. Other kinds are also discussed, but here this is what is being talked about, because as we said, the Yoga Sutras and Vedanta run very close and parallelly, and so there is a lot of overlap. And one of the overlaps is this Samadhi. So we acknowledge. So what is the difference between the two is important, because the areas of overlap we have already discussed. The difference between the two is that in Vedanta we don't believe that Samadhi causes Jnanam. Samadhi may help remove some long-standing notion, wrong notion. For that I am separate from everything else. Samadhi can help do that. But Samadhi does not produce Atmajnanam, and neither does Vedantic Samadhi produce Atmajnanam. What is Vedantic Samadhi? I mean, there is no such thing, okay? I am just saying so that we understand. Nididhyasana. What does Nididhyasana do? Nididhyasana also does not produce knowledge. In fact, even Shravanam does not produce knowledge. What does it do? Remove ignorance, which is hiding the truth of myself as whole, free, and without a second. So therefore, this knowledge cannot be produced, because it's not a product either of jnanam or of karma. This we have to understand. And so neither Nirvikalpa Samadhi nor Savikalpa Samadhi can produce knowledge. Okay, and if they cannot produce knowledge, what else can they not do? They will also not remove karma, because there is the concluding verses are all about what is that? Jnana phalam, which is easy to mistake as what? Nididhyasana phalam. So Jnana phalam is being talked about, and so karma also cannot be removed. How can you remove karma? What is prarabdha? That which has been set in motion. And karma phala, is it jiva srishti or ishvara srishti? Very good answer, because it is tempting to say it is jiva srishti, because why? I made the karma in my last life, so Bhagavan is going to give the karma phala back to me. It's easy to say, but who is the giver of the karma phala? Ishvara. So therefore the karma phala, how it should be, what should come, all these things is what? Ishvara srishti. So Ishvara srishti cannot be removed by what? Jiva's efforts. This is one thing we have to understand. So, how can then karma be removed? Removed by understanding that it's not really there. Everything in Ishvara Srishti is Satyam or Mithya? Satyam? Mithya? Mithya. Okay. Mithya is ultimately what? Satyam. Yeah. But right now we are looking at the mithyatvam of the Jagat. So does karma come under Jagat? Yes. Does karma phala come under Jagat? Yes. So all of it is Ishvara Srishti, Mithya Bhuta Ishvara Srishti. And so when I understand karma, my own karma and my own karma phala to be Mithya, then what happens to the karma? Bye bye. Tata. You can wave a hanky. Okay? Why? The karma cannot cause any hanky panky. That's why you can just bid it goodbye. Now, how do I know that karma is mithya? Because karma is coming and assailing me every day. Who is this me? That's what we have to understand. Who is this me? Who is the me who is suffering from the onslaught of karma? What? Jiva in what form? Bhokta. Yes. This is very important. The falsification of bhoktritvam, experiencership, victimhood. I have been targeted. Everybody is against me. Everybody is a drama king and a drama queen. Yeah. You can't just come to the Jagat and go like that. You have to have some drama. Everybody should know how much you are suffering. Ayo, what is happening? Yes. Have a meltdown. When? A few times a day. And then so that people will notice me and people will pay attention. Something has to happen dramatic. Then only I feel like I am alive. This is what we are, by this kind of a tendency, we are inviting, what is that? Bhoktritva buddhi to abide in the heart after pushing away the jnanam. Yeah, because there is only one seat. There is only one seat. Either Bhagavan sits in the form of the knowledge and all its glory, or Bhokta sits after pushing away. Bhokta sits in front of Bhagavan, blocking the view of Bhagavan. That is better. Bhokta sits. Who do we have to eliminate? Bhokta. How do we eliminate Bhokta? By understanding Bhoktritvam. What is Bhoktritvam? Experiencerhood. The status of being experiencer has to be understood properly and has to be understood as what? As an as though superimposition upon that Pratyagatma which is free of that superimposition. Without Bhokta, can you be there? Yes. One holiday means everything goes. Yeah. So, without Bhokta, can you be there? Yes. No problem. In sleep you are Bhokta, but you don't know that. In dream also you are Bhokta, but you don't know that. Afterwards you know. So definitely Bhoktritvam is not an intrinsic attribute to the I. It cannot be. It absolutely cannot be. And so therefore what? It is a incidental attribute to the I. And whatever is incidental means what? It is an incident. It comes, it stays, and then it goes. This is how I have to falsify, I have to understand what this bhoktritvam and what this so-called superimposition upon the I is, and understand that it comes and it goes. Like even the ornament. The ornament, what does it do? The ornament is a superimposition upon gold. That is as though superimposition upon gold. And so the chain cannot feel sad. The chain says, oh, I'm all chained here. Winter is coming, nobody is seeing me. And this I'm full of nice designs and wonderful precious gems. And this lady wears Panchakosha. Yeah. What are they? First one t-shirt, and over that one more shirt, and after that kosha number 3. What is Manomaya? One sweater. Kosha number 4, Vijnanamaya jacket, thick jacket. Kosha number 5, one muffler. Yeah. Anandamaya. And I am not seen, I am not appreciated. Ayyo, meltdown, drama king. Not literal meltdown, because then it will become gold. Become gold, as it were. So then, what does it want to do? I want to become a bangle. Because even in and through the Panchakosha, the bangle on the wrist shines. So shiny and so much evident. When she goes to the meeting, she does namaste, and then the bangle is seen. And then she shakes the hand with the other representative, and the bangle is seen. And then what? I am not appreciated. I am a bhokta of what? Bhokta of sorrow, bhokta of victimization. Nobody loves me, nobody sees me, nobody cares. And I think I'm getting suffocated because I don't have enough fresh air. And this stupid bangle of whom I'm really jealous is enjoying what? All the fresh air in the world. Hey Bhagavan, next life, what? Make me a bangle. Make me a bangle, O Lord, O Goddess. Prakriti, make me a bangle. You think the bangle is happy? Not at all. Bangle has its own woes. So cold. And look at this stupid chain, all nicely covered with all kinds of 5 layers. And look at me, so sad. We are always cold, I'm shivering, nobody cares. And this woman is a very careless lady. All the time, just, she goes like this, and then she bangs me against the door. And she goes like that, and then I'm banged against the table. All the time. That's why I'm called Bangle, because that's why I'm called that. Yeah. Then what? Then I am a sad little creature. Before, when I was purchased, I was nice and chubby, and now I am worn out. And this woman has a water fetish. All the time washing hand. She touches something, washes hand. What is there to wash? And the water is so cold. Oh God. Next life? Yes. Make me a Jain, please. This is why Bhagavan does not need cable TV. Yes. Every jiva is a channel, entertainment channel, constant entertainment. And so what will Bhagavan say? What will Bhagavati say? They will look at each other and say, Tathastu. Let the fun begin. Next life what? Bangle becomes chain, chain becomes bangle. And then what happens? First few minutes they are very happy. Chain, which was now before the bangle, now the chain. The current chain, which was the bangle, says, aha, this is my place, in the lady's heart, right here, this is where I belong, I'm safe, I'm warm. But the bangle was used to fresh air, and then suddenly says, oh my God, I'm dying. After 5 minutes of happiness, it suddenly feels suffocated, strangulated. And the chain, which was the chain before and now is what? Bangle. And now the bangle, what happens to that? She's very happy for the first 5 minutes, but the chain is a very delicate darling. It was used to just being coddled all the time, and here it's out in the open and being hit against that, hit against this and all this. It is not used to this kind of a life. And what does it say? Next life. Let me go back to chain. And that's what the bangle says. What does the chain say? This is enough for me. Next life, please make me bangle. What does Bhagavan say? Tathastu. That is why one keeps being born and born and born and born. This is called bhoktritvam. Bhoktritvam, the sense of victimization. Don't say enjoyership. There is nothing to enjoy here. And whatever you are enjoying, you forget in 5 minutes. What remains in the heart and in the head is what? The victimization. Bhoktritvam has to be understood as the constant sense of this suffering and victimization, as though which has become one with the self. I am, oh, I am, I am, I am, I am. And then you fill in the blanks. This is bhoktritva buddhi. And in order to overcome bhoktritvam, what does the jiva do? Keeps on trying to eradicate bhoktritvam through karma. Eradicate bhoktritvam through doing. That itself is the jiva's undoing. How can you eradicate the sense of victimization through doing something else? Where is the sense located? Here in the head. It's a notion. That's why it's called a sense of doership. A notion is not real. And so that which is not real is trying to be really eliminated through what? Doing. So then doing means what? Karma. And then you can't do karma without identifying with what? Karta. Aham karta. Now I am no longer a victim. What am I? Agent. Aha, now we are talking. Yeah, up till now I was just beaten up by everything, and then I hated that. So therefore what I have become now? I have crafted myself into the agent. I am the master of all I survey. And then there is one poem like that. And then what is that? I am the master of everything I see. And then I am the master of everything I survey. I am the lord of everything. Everything is just, everything is in my hands. I am the doer. Karta is born, or rather the kartritva buddhi, the notion of agency is superimposed upon that consciousness which is totally free of being what? Agent, karta. There is no karta. It is a notional karta, notional bhokta. But if I take myself as bhokta to be real, then I take myself as that agency also to be what? Real. And this was actually, now I am suddenly thinking of it, this was actually talked about right in the beginning somewhere. How this karta, bhokta, this football, like a football, the jiva gets kicked around by karta, bhokta. Somewhere it was there. I may not be able to find it right away, but it was there. 30? Oh, thank you very much. Wonderful. I was looking earlier. 30, yeah. Kurvate karma. Does the karma for what? Bhogaya, in order to enjoy the results. And then karma kartum cha bhunjate. Then tries its best. The jiva tries its best first to do what? Karma for the sake of enjoyment, but the enjoyment soon descends into what? Victimization, a notion of victimization. And in order to overcome the victimization, what to do? More karma. Yes. More karma, more karta. More bhoga, more bhokta. Nadyam kitavat, like those little winged insects that have fallen into the whirlpool in a river from the top branch. They were clinging on to the branch and eating some sap or something, poor thing. Lost the balance, a breeze came, breeze of karma phala came and then dropped them in the bubbly, foamy whirlpool of the rapidly moving river. And so from Karta whirlpool they can go to Bhokta whirlpool, from Bhokta whirlpool they can come to Karta whirlpool, and until this knowledge comes, what? Kaschit Paramakarunikena, by somebody with a absolute compassion. Kaschit Paramakarunikena, by this person who has nothing to gain from saving these beings, by putting them on a leaf, these kitas, these insects, and letting the wings dry out a little bit under the tree. And what is that? That is the exposure to Shastra. That is what dries the wings of the Kartritva Bhoktritva Buddhi, which has made the wings with which I fly completely waterlogged and heavy. I can't fly. Flying is moksha, okay? Yeah. So one wing is caught in Kartritva, another wing in Bhoktritva. It is sitting there, not knowing where to go, shell-shocked from being inside these whirlpools, left out to dry in the gentle breeze of the Upanishad exposure, and the wings dry out. Hey, no longer Karta, no longer Bhokta. Flies away happily, meaning what? This Kartritva Bhoktritva Buddhi has to be dismantled by falsifying the I either as Karta, I am neither Karta nor Bhokta. This understanding has to come. This understanding has to come, and then this whole section is going to be about that. With this introduction, let us see 59th verse. This we have chanted, so we can chant together. Anada viha samsare sanchitah karma kotayah anena vilayam yanti shuddho dharmo vivardhate. Anena nididhyasana phalena. So the fruit of this nididhyasana, what happens as a result of nididhyasana? The vilayam yanti. Vilaya means dissolution. Yanti, they gain dissolution. Anena nididhyasana abhyasena, not samadhina. No, nididhyasana, not nirvikalpa, but here repeating, like we did in the meditation today. Nididhyasana practice we did today by constantly repeating the affirmations whose meaning I understand. Because if you repeat something you have not studied, it's not going to help. Whose meanings I understand, that meaning is repeatedly recalled. And what kind of a meaning is it? It's a soothing meaning. Nobody recalls, I am an idiot, which is not soothing. Yeah, I am asanga, I am whole, I am free, I am limitless. This is only worth recalling, not other things to recall. Recall means just keep bringing to mind. Why? Because there is viparita bhavana. So then, viparita bhavana nivritya. So from the nivritti, nivrittau. So in the wake of the viparita bhavana going away, the opposite understanding of myself. Of what? Karta, Bhokta, Pramata. Karta means what? I am a doer. Bhokta means what? I have karma phala in my account. That is, we have to understand the whole gamut of effects of identifying as a victim. Victim of everything here seen, and victim of unseen, unknown karma also. So it extends up to the karma that is there in the account. Bhoktritva buddhi and kartritva buddhi. Because who earned the karma? Me. So to this karta belongs the karma, and to this bhokta belongs what? Karma phala. It extends all the way to there. We have to be very careful here. So, anena nididhyasanena, by nididhyasana abhyasena, by the repeated practice of seeing the meaning of the truth of myself as free of karma, what happens? The dogged viparita bhavana. What is that viparita bhavana? I am karta bhokta is eliminated. In fact, we don't need nididhyasana to eliminate kartritva buddhi and bhoktritva buddhi. We do not need contemplation to eliminate the sense that I am an agent, that the I is the experiencer or the victim. We don't need this. This is actually jnana phalam. What does nididhyasanam do? Eliminates viparita bhavana. Viparita to this jnanam. Viparita means what? Opposite. Opposite to this jnanam, whatever is there. So opposite to this jnanam is what? Asangaha aham. This is the jnanam. Opposite is what? Sangaha aham. Sangha means attached, connected. Connected to what? Kartritva buddhi, bhoktritva buddhi. The status of doer and experiencer is stuck to the I, as it were. And so that sticky situation where I know I am Brahman. And so I know I am Brahman. I have studied for a long time. I know I am Brahman. But oh my God, what will happen if I don't go to the temple? Will Bhagavan be mad? This is the feeling. And why is this feeling, why am I explaining, why am I using this particular, example, is because that is viparita bhavana. I know I am Brahman. But I didn't go, I'm not going to temple today. Oh my God, if I don't go, I don't feel like going. If I don't go, what will happen? Terrible things will happen. More karma will come. God will be angry. These are the feelings sometimes that are still there. This doesn't mean nobody shows up to temple this evening, okay, or tomorrow morning for that matter. But this is just an example of that feeling of some kind of like a habit. Habitually I have been going. One day if I don't go, OMG, this is the oppositional feeling. And that is what has to be eliminated, and by this abhyasa, by this repeated practice of seeing the truth of myself, what happens? The karta bhokta loosens that hold of its tentacles. Kartritva buddhi, do worship, and what is the other one? Experiencership, or like the octopus hands. And then that's what people who, there is, the human being is very funny. Whatever we meet, we want to pet. I don't know why. Certain animals are not meant for petting. Okay? Octopus is one of them. Yeah. Let it be. It's living in the water. What is it doing to you? No, I have to go and pet it. And they oblige. For every desire, there is a fulfillment. And so there are certain places where you can go, and there are these petting tanks. And the octopus, poor thing, it will be moving like this. And you say, shake hand, hello. Will it shake? No, it will leave you shaken up. That's what it will do. Because those tentacles, those arms of the octopus, they have suction. You see, there are all these suctions. And then you say hello, and it will suck, and it will not let go. It is very strong. Each one is very strong. All of them. It has 8 of them. And then that somebody has to come, the person who is minding the tank, and then take a stick and go distract it, give it some food, and then only it will let go. Otherwise it's not a very happy ending. You can lose a digit, okay? Yeah, it's got very strong suction. So this way, this is not, certain animals, you leave them alone. And then these people do all kinds of things. I have to tell this, it's taking us away, but doesn't matter, it's worth it. Yeah. This man decided to teach the octopus how to play piano. Arey, usko chodo na. Leave it alone, poor thing. Its lifespan is 3 years at the most. 5 years maybe. Leave it alone. No. He brought the tank, put the octopus, put one little piano, and then on the piano key he's putting some food. Octopus is cleverer than him. It is eating it without playing it. Then the next piano he made was to have something where only when it plays, it had a little cover. The food was transparent and the key was there, the piano key. The thing was under the piano key, the treat, and then it had to play, and then the cover would open and then it could get the food. He thought he was clever. The octopus had better IQ than this fellow. Okay, so what did the octopus do? It went under the key. Didn't go over. Went under, and in between the key and the transparent thing, it brought out one suction this arm, and then sucked out the thing and then put it in its mouth. Very easy. And this way it played the piano, and not only did it not play the piano, it also played him completely. Yeah. He said it took 6 months, and then so 6 months of his life gone. What, this is just really funny. But anyhow, so now back to this, okay? Yeah. So now here, so like the tentacles of the octopus, the karma catches. And how long will the karma catch? The karma will catch as long as the karta is intact. Where? Enshrined in the heart, the notion, I am the doer. I am responsible for all these things. Without me, nothing will happen. This is another problem. Without me, nothing will happen. You go away for a few days and then you will know that everything goes on as usual. No one in this universe is indispensable. No one is indispensable. Other than Bhagavan, no one is indispensable. No one is indispensable. This we don't understand, and so therefore the Sanchitaha, here Sanchita karma is being talked about. Why? The Sanchita karma is the worst of all three. Why? Because it is endless. Endless karma. So much karma, because in one life you can gain infinite numbers of karma because we are unmindful of what we do. We could have hurt so many people. We could have killed so many insects while walking. That's why the Jains are very, very particular. The monks don't wear footwear so that they don't crush things, and then they wear sometimes the white cloth over the mouth so that they don't breathe in the insects, thereby killing them. Sometimes you open the mouth, mosquito goes in. Yeah, so this happens. You open the mouth to eat golgappa, and you have to open the mouth like a hippopotamus, because that whole thing is there and the blessed thing is dripping. Okay, yeah, it's just dripping, and then so you, without getting all that on your shirt, you have to put and then one mosquito also went in. Yeah, so much for being a vegetarian. And then so this, to prevent all this, for ahimsa they put the white band over the mouth to do all this. But yet, despite taking care, things happen. So, and all that goes into this collection bin secret bank account called Sanchita. Secret means you also don't know how much it is there. Each life, a portion of this Sanchita, small portion, is broken out and then made into one chapati like a dough, and that is put on the hot tawa of samsara, that is prarabdha. What this chapati has to experience is prarabdha. Will it go? Will it be nicely covered with ghee? Or will it become the part of the diet of a person with high cholesterol? No ghee. Or will it be given to the dog or to the fishes? This is the prarabdha of the chapati. Sanchita is the whole dough which is there. And so, if you go see the chapati maker, you will see all the jivas. Yeah, out of this big sanchita, the jiva, each one has big sanchita. Out of that, one piece is broken out, and then that is the karma that you have to endure in this life. That is called prarabdha. And in this life, if it is not the life of dog, cat and octopus, if this life is got free will, and then what will happen? What do? You will collect karma. Because free will is used to collect karma. And what will happen to that karma? That karma will become very, very heavy at the time of death, and then it will go and join what? Sanchita. That's why Sanchita is, keeps on accruing interest. After every life, it increases. And then what? All three are gone when you understand I am not karta. Vidyate hridaya granthihi chidyante sarva samshayaha kshiyante cha asya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. Tasmin drishte, tasmin brahmani, which is what? Which is para, Ishvara. Which is in this Brahman, which is free of any kind of jivahood, which is Ishvara alone, which is all glory, all power. In this, who sees themselves as non-separate? The avara, the one who considered himself or herself to be very, very lowly, sees himself or herself as one with that which is para. And that, when that happens, or you can say, this para and apara means that which came before, which is what? Cause. Avara, effect. Avara, apara, same. Avara, effect. And this is how we think of ourselves. I am not the cause, I am because there is cause. That's why there is this body. Body is caused or not? Yes. Mind is caused or not? Yes. And the cause we can talk about in the terms of 5 elements. Where did 5 elements come from? Ishvara. So Ishvara is the cause of the body, Ishvara is the cause of the mind, Ishvara is the cause of the sense organs and all the things that it takes to make this body-mind-sense complex. But Ishvara is not the cause of me. The I in me and the I in Ishvara is what? Uncaused consciousness. That same consciousness over which causality has as though been superimposed. That is Ishvara. And what am I? That same consciousness which has identified wrongly with the status of I am just an effect. This is Mahavakya. This is what it is. Tasmin drishte paravare Mahavakya. Clean Mahavakya. Avara, Jiva, Para, Ishvara. And I have to go beneath all these arguments, beneath all the dispensable things, to find that which is invariable in both, which is what? Satchid Ananda Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Therefore we can say Tattvamasi. In the wake of this knowledge, Kartritvam goes away. Bhoktritva Buddhi goes away. It's like waking up from a terrible dream which is not ending at all. Some nightmares are like that. 3 fellows are chasing you and you are trying to run. Oh, but you had a big meal. Where? In the dream. Unable to run, but you're running. And these 3 fellows are about to catch you. In fact, they catch you and lift you from the ground and about to throw you. Thank God you woke up. In fact, somebody woke you up. Some good Samaritan woke you up because you were flailing in your dream. You were going like this in your dream. Woke you up, handed you a glass of water and told you, this is just a dream, relax. Oh, thank God, that was such a terrible dream. They had caught me, these 3 fellows. You drink the water and then do you continue to run? Ah, who was the runner? Karta. Who was the chasers? Three fellows, Sanchita, Agami, Prarabdha. These three fellows were after you. They caught hold of you, they were shaking you out and throwing you out of the into the river, let us say. They were going to throw you and then you suddenly woke up. How did you wake up? Because somebody woke you up, the Guru woke you up, gave you the water glass of the Upanishad, Upanishad mantra, Kshiyate, Kshiyante cha asya karmani, tasmin drishte paravare. And then what? The whole demeanor is transformed. So the dream kartritva buddhi, as in the runner, and the dream bhoktritva buddhi, these people are catching me and throwing me into the water, off a cliff, whatever, is what? Gone. In its wake is just knowledge. Karta falsified, bhokta falsified, no more needing to run. No more needing to run at all. And so, in this way, all the karmas, the sanchita karma, gone. When sanchita karma gone, agami karma is also gone. They will talk about it. Agami karma is gone in the wake of knowledge because the person is an embodiment of dharma. There is no jnani that is not an embodiment of dharma. Jnani and the dharmic person are one and the same. They are non-separate. If you keep not being, inviting dharma into one's life, if one keeps telling lies, finding some shortcuts, making excuses, this jnanam will not come. This is the most sacred of knowledge. So I have to walk the path of dharma. First, dharma has to become non-separate from me before I will become non-separate from Ishvara. Why? Because dharma is a manifestation of Ishvara. First, I have to invite Ishvara in the form of dharma and become one with dharma. That oneness precedes the oneness of this Atma Jnanam. First, this is what is called settling accounts with Ishvara. And it's easy to be dharmic when everything is going well. When there are challenges, I want to take some difficult path, difficult options. When the difficult options are there and a difficult path I have to take, then only adharmic choices keep coming in the head. Oh, it's just one lie. And then even the lies we have demarcated. What is that lie? White lie. What is this? Whitewashed lie. That's all it is. White lie. It's okay, it's harmless. How is it? It may not harm the other person, but it's harming you. Because why? Each time I'm away from the truth, each time I utter an untruth, there are two beings here. The one who is the knower, I know this is wrong, this is false, and then the one who is the doer. The doer is separated from the knower. The doer is acting as though this is true. The knower knows better. If we cannot heal this split, where is Advaita? Where is Advaita? Forget the Dvaita outside, this inner split has to be healed. That's why all the Shama, Dama, Uparati, Yama, Niyama, all these things are taught before this knowledge. And so therefore, this Agami karma is not there for the Jnani because one is one with Dharma. But still, being a human being, sometimes a Jnani may say something that is misinterpreted and the other person gets hurt. Jnani may step on an insect, something happens. So, papa is generated. Where does that papa go? Not Sanchita. Sanchita is gone here in verse number, which is that verse 59. Sanchita gone. Where will it go? The one who criticizes the Jnani will reap the papa attached to the body, mind, sense complex of the Jnani. Oh, but this is not fair. Okay, then don't criticize. Simple. But I don't know whether this fellow is a jnani or not. Chup, keep quiet. Yeah. And there is one, what is that? This is emoji language. What is that language? Zip the mouth. Yeah. Throw away the key. Yes. Zip up the mouth. This is what, because I am not sure whether somebody is a jnani or not. I am not sure. What do? I criticize them, thinking they might not be a jnani. But supposing they happen to be a jnani, what just happened? My sanchita got heavier. Yes, their papa came to me. Whether it went to sanchita or whether it's going to fructify right now. Right. So let's say I saw some sadhu going and said, oh, this fellow walks so funny, very funny walk. Why they have to walk like this? So funny. So even that's just an observation. But let's say I said some demeaning things about the walk. Instant karma, I trip and fall. Yes, immediately. So like this, the jnani is free from agami, and the jnani is free from sanchita. What remains? Prarabdha. So prarabdha is what has to be exhausted for it to go. So this, bhogena prarabdhasya kshayaha. The prarabdha kshaya, the exhaustion of prarabdha is only through experiencing it. Because it was already set in motion. Before Atmajnanam took place, what happened to this prarabdha? It was already there. In fact, it is congenital. So as soon as the baby is formed, you can tell what kind of, sometimes there are congenital defects. There is a hole in the heart that has to be operated as soon as the baby is born. There are so many other things that you can tell. So, as the baby is forming in the womb, the prarabdha has already formed. In fact, the prarabdha allows the baby to form in the womb. Prarabdha is before, not only before birth, but before the baby takes form in the womb, prarabdha already is a dictating factor. So many people say, for the jnani also has prarabdha. Who says that? Ajnani says that. The ajnanis surrounding the jnani will say, oh, jnani is getting weak. Jnani is not able to walk. Jnani is in a wheelchair. Jnani had heart attack. Jnani went for dialysis. This all I have seen, because this is exactly what happened to Pujya Swamiji. We would see that. Before, nobody could keep pace with him. He would walk so fast that even able-bodied people had to run to keep pace with him. He would walk so fast. Then the same body, we saw it slow down, we saw it bend, we saw it having so many problems. We saw it go to the hospital, we saw it come back from the hospital, we saw it being admitted to the hospital, we saw it having a heart attack, we saw it having another heart attack, and then towards the end of the life, we saw it in a wheelchair, and like this. But this is what? Happening to what? The body. Not to the jnani. Not to the jnani. Because the jnani doesn't identify with the body-mind-sense complex. So the jnani doesn't think, I have prarabdha. Who thinks the jnani has prarabdhas? The people around the jnani who don't know think the jnani has prarabdha, because after knowledge, as I have told many times, the life does not come to an end. So we can enjoy Jivan Muktita. We can enjoy the status of being a free person. This is very, very nice. We can enjoy that. We can enjoy the status of being a free person, so without really having to die immediately. And so this, whatever prarabdha is left, the jnani just roams around freely, and then the body dies, and that is called a second type of mukti, videha mukti. The videha mukti is again from the standpoint of who? Ajnani. The jnani doesn't think, oh, I am on my deathbed, I am about to have videha mukti. No. Not at all. It is just from the standpoint of the onlookers that this prarabdha is there. So kshiyante cha asya karmani tasmin drishte what? Paravare. And then next one is from the 29th verse of the Kaivalya Pada. And then introducing that, the last pada of the 59th verse says, Shuddho dharmaha vivardhate. Anena nididhyasana abhyasena karmakotayaha sanchitaha vilayam yanti. Iha samsare. Anadau iha samsare. And then what happens? What is the phala of this Atmajnana? Followed by Nididhyasana. It's not Nididhyasana phala alone, but Atmajnana phala followed by Nididhyasana. What is the phala? Shuddhaha dharmaha vivardhate. Dharma is not here right and wrong. Dharma here is Ananda. Anandaha vivardhate. What kind of Ananda? Atmananda. Oh, Atmananda increases? I thought, na udeti, na astameti, na vriddhim yati, na chakshayam. This is the Ananda. This is Brahman. It doesn't increase, it doesn't decrease, it doesn't rise, it doesn't set. So how are we to interpret? Vivardhate. Visheshena vardhate. How are we to interpret this increase in Ananda? Ananda does not increase. My clarity increases, and when the clarity increases, the Ananda as though increases because my complaints become non-existent. When the complaints go, it looks like the Ananda is increasing because the complaints were the eclipse of this Ananda. It looked like the Ananda was trying its best to peek through in spite of the complaints. The complaints were not letting the Ananda through, and so when the complaints recede, the Ananda looks like it's increasing. Exactly like that. So it's like an optical illusion. So you look at something and it looks like it's increasing. It's not increasing. It's just that, it's just that something else is decreasing. It looks like it's increasing. That's how it is. Like supposing there is a rock in the ocean. A big rock is there in the ocean, and then when the wave comes fully, it looks like the rock has become small. And then the wave recedes, it looks like the rock has increased. Rock is of the same size. So here when the waves of complaints increase, then Ananda is thwarted, it's in jail, it's wearing a straight jacket, it cannot move this way or that way. And then when the waves of complaints and problems, issues recede, then the Ananda looks like it has increased. Vivardhate, meaning there is more, there is more of a, what is that? There is more freedom experienced inside oneself. And Swami Paramarthananda ji has a very nice, what is that called? Formula to understand how to know if I am making progress in this clarity. So he says, first, the frequency of the jiva attacks. There are jiva attacks. Yeah, Brahman doesn't attack. Brahman is you. Okay? Jiva attacks. So, jiva attack means meltdown, complaints, irritation, annoyance, all this. The frequency before was what? 150 times a day. Okay? Now the frequency, thanks to the exposure to Atmajnanam, the frequency has reduced. Once a week alone I have a meltdown. Yes, that's when I have a meltdown. And then the rest of the week I am okay. And before any kind of a jivic attack, jiva when it attacked, that episode used to last a long time. 3 days I was out of commission under the covers. Okay, in my room. Only emerging for food. Rest of the time in a bad mood and under the covers. It would take me 3 days to pick the body, mind, self up and bring it to class. And then sometimes one convinces oneself, I'm sick, I must be sick. Yes, it is samsara fever, okay? Yeah. Antidote to fever is what? Some paracetamol. Antidote to samsara fever is not paracetamol, it is Parabrahma. Bring yourself to class. Yes. If you are having doldrums, don't sit in the room. Alright? If you sit in the room, only thing that increases is the gloom. That's all will increase. Drag yourself to class, or have somebody drag you to class and put yourself here. So, therefore, here the intensity was so much before that to come back to myself means Brahman, Brahmatma, it would take 3-4 days. Now what? It only takes a few minutes, a few hours, or a few minutes, even better. That means the intensity of the jiva attacks have also reduced, and corollary to that, the recovery time has also reduced. Before it was 3 days, now it is 3 minutes. Before I was just not myself, I could not be consoled, I was just attacked, I felt victimized, karta bhokta were out to play. But now the intensity has reduced and the recovery time also has reduced. This is how we understand dharma vivardhanam. So the heart is empty enough, emptied of names and forms. This is what we call emptiness. It's not absolute emptiness. Emptied of annoying names and forms, we can say. Then what prevails is this uninhibited ananda. So the vivardhate, dharmo vivardhate means this ananda vivardhate, how the ananda is emptied of pratibandha. This is what we have to understand. No blockages are there for this ananda to shine. Now, in the same vein, the 29th verse of the 4th chapter, the last chapter of the Yoga Sutras, the 4th pada is called Kaivalya pada. The 29th verse gives the definition of samadhi as dharma megha. So, and says that the viveki, the person of this knowledge, what happens to that person? Talking about samadhi phala, Patanjali says what happens to that person is that even though they don't want ananda, they are showered with ananda. Ananda, dharma here is a cloud of what? Not a deluge, but a gentle rain shower on a hot day with which you feel like going and standing under. This is what is called dharma megha. Playing on that, using that, he talks about the Vedanta Jnanam in this way. Let us see. Dharma meghamimam prahuhu samadhim yoga vittamaha varshatyesha yato dharma Amritadhara sahasrashah. Yeah, I don't think we can, don't break there, okay? That's what I was going to say. Don't break there, then it will come out properly. Dharma meghamimam prahuhu samadhim yoga vittamaha varshatyesha yato dharma amritadhara sahasrashah. Then only it will make sense. Otherwise, it will not be, the meter will go off. So, imam prahuhu, this knowledge or jnana phalam, imam is jnana phalam, prahuhu. Ke prahuhu, jnani, all the jnanis, prahuhu. Jnaninaha, prahuhu. Manishinaha, prahuhu. What do they say? Dharma megham. Dharma megham prahuhu, imam. This ananda, so this imam anandam dharma megham iti prahuhu. the knowers of Atma know this Ananda to be like a what? Like a dharma megha, a cloud of Ananda. What is the use of cloud if it is just there? No, it should be a raining cloud. You have to understand it as a showering cloud. Not a terrible rain which is flooding everything, but a gentle shower. And who prahuhu? Yogavittamaha. So, yogam veti. Yoga here is to join. Yujir yoge. That is how we have to take it. Because the word yoga is formed by three, what is that called? Three dhatus. All of them in Ganj form, in the masculine form, are in the form of yoga. So, yuja samyame, then yuja nirodhe, and then yujir yoge. Three things. So, one is in the sense of discipline, one is in the sense of stopping. Yogas chitta vritti nirodha, the sutra, second sutra, in the Yoga Sutra, what is that alluding to? Stopping. And then here it means yoge, the one who yujir, to unite. So who is Yogavit? The one who knows the union. The one who knows the union between what and what? Ishvara and Jiva. So one who knows means the one who enjoys, because the knower here is the one who is the Brahmavit, Brahmaiva bhavati. So Yogavit, Yogaiva bhavati. So Yogavit, and then Yogavit taraha, Yogavit tamaha. Tarap tamapau. That is the sutra. So what is tarap? Comparative. Comparative means what? Yogavit, the knower of yoga, the better knower of yoga. Okay? And then tamap means what? Superlative. Superlative means what? The best among the knowers of Veda. Yogavit tamaha prahuhu manishinaha jnaninaha. And then what do they prahu? We will see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Mevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo